Does seeing someone else succeed secretly make you feel like you're falling behind? That quiet, gnawing feeling of inadequacy can be profoundly isolating. It's a sensation many of us know intimately, yet rarely speak about openly. This isn't just about overt envy. It's about the subtle, insidious forms of resentment that can fester within, slowly eroding our peace and joy. We live in a world that constantly bombards us with images of success, achievement, and seemingly effortless happiness from others. Whether it's a friend's career milestone, a colleague's promotion, a family member's new home, or even a stranger's curated online life, these external markers of triumph can trigger a deeply uncomfortable internal response. This isn't a judgment, it's a universal human experience, rooted in our primal instincts for survival and belonging. But what if we could transform this deeply uncomfortable emotion, this subtle resentment, into something profoundly constructive? What if we could turn it into a powerful catalyst for our own growth and inspiration? Today, we're going to explore a profound Buddhist path that offers not just a way to cope with these feelings, but a radical method to transmute them entirely, leading to a more expansive, joyful, and peaceful existence. Our journey begins by dismantling a fundamental misconception that fuels much of our suffering, the illusion of the zero-sum game. This pervasive belief suggests that life is a finite pie, and if someone else takes a slice, there's less left for us. It's the idea that success, happiness, and resources are limited commodities, and therefore, another person's gain inherently diminishes our own potential or worth. Think about it. When a friend gets a promotion, does a part of you immediately calculate what that means for your own career trajectory? When a peer achieves a significant personal goal, does a quiet voice whisper that you're somehow falling behind? This is the zero-sum mentality at play, and it's deeply ingrained in our societal conditioning. From competitive schooling systems to cutthroat corporate environments, and even the way we consume media, we are constantly fed narratives that reinforce this scarcity mindset. We're taught to compare, to compete, and to view others' victories as potential threats to our own standing. This isn't just about material wealth. It extends to intangible assets like recognition, love, attention, and even happiness itself. We might subconsciously believe that if someone else is happy, there's less happiness available for us, or that their joy somehow highlights our own perceived lack. This perspective is not only inaccurate, but profoundly detrimental to our well-being. It creates a constant state of anxiety, a perpetual feeling of being in a race where only one person can win. It fosters isolation, preventing us from genuinely celebrating with others, and instead, trapping us in a cycle of comparison and self-doubt. The Buddha's teachings offer a powerful counter-narrative to this illusion. They invite us to see the world not as a collection of separate, competing entities, but as an intricately interconnected web of existence. The principle of dependent origination, a cornerstone of Buddhist philosophy, teaches us that everything arises in dependence upon other things. Our lives, our successes, our challenges, they are all interwoven with the lives of others. When we truly grasp this, the idea of a zero-sum game begins to dissolve. We start to understand that the universe is not a closed system with limited resources, but an ever-unfolding tapestry of potential and abundance. The success of one person does not diminish the potential for another. In fact, it often expands it. A new innovation benefits many. A creative breakthrough inspires countless others. A kind act ripples outwards, creating more kindness. When we shift from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset, we open ourselves to a world of possibilities. We begin to see that there is enough for everyone, and that our collective well-being is enhanced when we support and uplift each other. This isn't naive optimism. It's a profound understanding of the nature of reality. It requires us to challenge our deeply ingrained patterns of thought, to question the narratives of competition and lack that society often imposes upon us. It means consciously choosing to believe in the expansive potential of life, rather than its perceived limitations. By recognizing the illusion of the zero-sum game, we lay the groundwork for transforming our relationship with others' success, moving away from subtle resentment and towards genuine inspiration. This foundational shift in perspective is the first crucial step in our journey towards lasting inner peace and a more compassionate engagement with the world. It's about understanding that the light of another's success doesn't dim your own. It illuminates the path for everyone. Now, let's delve deeper into the very heart of the problem, deconstructing the poison of subtle resentment. This isn't about the overt, fiery anger or hatred that's easy to identify. Subtle resentment is far more insidious, a quiet, persistent feeling of ill will, envy, or bitterness that often lurks beneath the surface of our consciousness. It's the feeling that arises when you hear good news about someone else, and instead of pure joy, there's a faint, almost imperceptible pang of discomfort, a tightening in your chest, or a fleeting thought like, "Why not me?" or "They didn't really deserve that." It's the backhanded compliment, the passive-aggressive comment, the tendency to find flaws in someone else's success, or the internal criticism that whispers, "They're just lucky," or "It won't last." This subtle poison manifests in countless ways. It might be the way you subtly withdraw from someone who is thriving, or the way you find yourself scrolling past their social media updates with a quick, dismissive flick of the thumb. It could be the way you mentally downplay their achievements, or the way you secretly hope for their downfall, even if just a little. These feelings are often masked, even from ourselves, because admitting to them can feel shameful or petty. We might rationalize them away, telling ourselves we're just being realistic or critical, when in reality, it's resentment quietly doing its destructive work. The impact of this subtle poison is profound, and crucially, it harms us far more than it harms the person we're resenting. Imagine drinking a bitter, slow-acting poison every day, expecting someone else to get sick. That's precisely what subtle resentment does to our inner landscape. It blocks our own joy, making it difficult to experience genuine happiness, even in our own lives. When we're consumed by resentment, our capacity for gratitude diminishes, our creativity stifles, and our ability to connect authentically with others becomes severely impaired. It creates a constant state of internal friction, a low-grade hum of discontent that drains our energy and prevents us from fully engaging with the present moment. This internal suffering, known as dukkha in Buddhist philosophy, arises directly from our attachments and aversions. Our ego, with its insatiable need for validation and comparison, becomes deeply attached to the idea of being better than or equal to others. When someone else's success challenges this fragile sense of self, resentment arises as a defense mechanism, a way for the ego to reassert its perceived importance. It's fueled by fear of not being enough, fear of being left behind, fear of not achieving our own desires. The roots of subtle resentment often lie in unfulfilled desires, past wounds, or a deep-seated sense of inadequacy. We project our own unmet needs and insecurities onto others, and their success becomes a painful mirror, reflecting our own perceived shortcomings. The first step in deconstructing this poison is to become acutely aware of its presence. This requires a radical commitment to mindfulness. It means paying close attention to our internal reactions when we encounter others' good fortune. When you hear about someone's success, pause. Notice the physical sensations in your body. Is there tension? A sinking feeling? A quickening of the heart? Observe the thoughts that arise. Are they critical? Dismissive? Self-pitying? The practice here is not to judge these feelings or to immediately try to suppress them. Instead, it's about non-judgmental observation. Acknowledge their presence. Say to yourself, there is resentment arising, or I notice a feeling of envy. By simply observing these emotions without identifying with them, we begin to create a space between ourselves and the feeling. We realize that we are not our resentment. It is merely a transient mental state. This act of mindful awareness is incredibly powerful. It's like shining a light into a dark corner, revealing what was previously hidden. Once we can see the subtle resentment for what it is, a self-inflicted wound, we can then begin the process of healing and transformation. This deconstruction is not about eliminating emotions, which is impossible, but about changing our relationship with them so they no longer hold us captive. It's about recognizing that this poison, though subtle, is actively diminishing our own capacity for joy and peace, and choosing a different path. Having recognized the insidious nature of subtle resentment, we now turn to its most potent antidote, the radical practice of mudita, or sympathetic joy. Mudita is one of the four immeasurables, or Brahma Viharas, in Buddhist tradition, alongside loving kindness, metta, compassion, karuna, and equanimity, upekkha. While metta wishes well-being for all, and karuna wishes for the alleviation of suffering, mudita is the pure, unadulterated joy in the happiness and success of others. It is the antithesis of envy, a boundless capacity to rejoice in the good fortune of every living being, without any trace of personal comparison or self-interest. Why is mudita considered radical? Because it directly challenges our deeply ingrained, ego-driven tendencies. Our conditioning often pushes us towards comparison, competition, and a subtle sense of unease when others thrive. Mudita asks us to actively cultivate the opposite, a genuine, expansive delight in another's flourishing, as if their joy were our own. This isn't a passive feeling. It's an active, intentional practice that requires conscious effort and a profound shift in perspective. It asks us to transcend the narrow confines of our individual ego and embrace a more interconnected view of existence. The benefits of cultivating mudita are transformative, not just for our relationships with others, but primarily for our own inner landscape. When we genuinely rejoice in someone else's success, our heart expands. The walls of isolation and comparison crumble. The bitter taste of resentment is replaced by a sweet sense of connection and shared humanity. Practicing mudita reduces our own suffering by dissolving the very roots of envy and ill will. It frees us from the constant internal struggle of comparison, allowing us to experience a deeper, more consistent sense of inner peace. It fosters genuine connection, as others are naturally drawn to those who celebrate their victories without reservation. Moreover, cultivating sympathetic joy can actually attract more positive experiences into our own lives. When our minds are filled with generosity of spirit and joy for others, we become more open, more receptive, and more aligned with the positive flow of life. It's a powerful, energetic shift. So, how do we cultivate this radical practice? It begins with intentional, systematic training. Much like strengthening a muscle, we start with practical exercises, gradually expanding our circle of mudita. 1. Starting small and expanding. Begin by cultivating mudita for someone you genuinely love and whose happiness brings you unreserved joy. A child, a close friend, a beloved pet. Focus on their successes, their moments of happiness, and allow yourself to feel that pure, unadulterated delight. Notice how good it feels. Once you can consistently generate this feeling, gradually expand your practice. Move to neutral people, an acquaintance, a cashier, someone you see regularly but don't have strong feelings about. Imagine them experiencing a small success or happiness, and try to feel joy for them. This step is crucial because it challenges the ego's tendency to reserve joy only for those within our immediate circle. Finally, and this is the most challenging and transformative step, extend mudita to those you find difficult, or even those who have caused you pain, or those whose success might typically trigger your subtle resentment. This doesn't mean condoning their actions, but recognizing their inherent desire for happiness and wishing them well, even if it's just a tiny spark of sympathetic joy. This is where the radical aspect truly comes into play, as it breaks down the barriers of aversion and judgment. 2. Visualization. During meditation or quiet reflection, visualize someone you know succeeding in a way that might typically trigger your envy. See them happy, thriving, achieving their goals. Instead of allowing resentment to arise, consciously choose to feel joy for them. Imagine their smile, their sense of accomplishment, and allow that positive energy to resonate within you. You might even visualize a golden light emanating from them, representing their happiness, and imagine that light filling your own heart with warmth and joy. 3. Phrases of mudita. Just as in metta practice, using specific phrases can help cultivate the feeling. Silently or softly, repeat phrases like, "May your happiness continue," "May your success flourish," "May you be free from suffering and filled with joy," "May your good fortune bring you peace." Direct these phrases towards individuals, then groups, and eventually all beings. The repetition helps to reprogram the mind, shifting it away from habitual patterns of comparison and towards genuine well-being for others. 4. Daily practice and integration. Mudita isn't just for formal meditation. It's a practice to integrate into your daily life. When you hear good news about someone, pause and consciously choose to feel joy for them. When you see someone achieve something, internally celebrate their victory. Even when consuming news or social media, actively seek out stories of human flourishing and allow yourself to feel genuine delight. This daily integration transforms your default emotional response over time. 5. Journaling and reflection. Keep a journal to reflect on your mudita practice. Note moments when you successfully felt sympathetic joy, and also moments when resentment arose. Instead of self-criticism, observe these instances with curiosity. What triggered the resentment? How did you respond? How could you have shifted towards mudita? This reflective practice deepens your understanding and strengthens your resolve. It's important to acknowledge that cultivating mudita is not always easy. Resentment, envy, and comparison are deeply ingrained habits. There will be times when these feelings arise, even during your practice. The key is not to judge yourself for them, but to gently acknowledge their presence, and then, with kindness and patience, redirect your attention back to the intention of mudita. It's a muscle that strengthens with consistent, compassionate effort. Each time you choose sympathetic joy over subtle resentment, you are not only liberating yourself from suffering, but also contributing to a more compassionate and interconnected world. This radical practice is a profound act of self-love, as it frees your heart from the bitterness that diminishes your own capacity for happiness. Building upon the foundation of mudita, we now explore how to transmute envy into an evolutionary catalyst. Envy, in its raw form, feels destructive, a corrosive emotion that eats away at our inner peace. However, Buddhist teachings, particularly those emphasizing mindfulness and self-inquiry, offer a powerful framework for reframing envy not as an inherently evil force, but as a signal, a messenger carrying vital information about our own unfulfilled desires, aspirations, and areas where we feel lacking. The key is to stop resisting or suppressing envy, and instead, to lean into it with curiosity and a non-judgmental attitude. When that familiar pang of envy arises, instead of immediately recoiling or criticizing yourself, pause. Ask yourself, what is this feeling trying to tell me? What quality, achievement, or circumstance am I envying in this person? Is it their creativity, their financial independence, their loving relationship, their confidence, their public recognition, their sense of purpose, or their ability to navigate challenges with grace? By pinpointing the specific aspect that triggers your envy, you begin to uncover your own latent desires and aspirations. This is where envy transforms from a destructive emotion into a powerful tool for self-discovery. Once you've identified the core of what you're envying, the next step is deep self-inquiry. Ask yourself, 1. Is this something I genuinely desire for myself? Sometimes, we envy things that society tells us we should want, but which don't align with our authentic self. Distinguish between ego-driven desires and true, heartfelt aspirations. For example, you might envy a friend's high-profile job, but upon reflection, realize you value quiet creativity over public recognition. 2. What steps can I take to move towards that goal if it is a genuine desire? If you envy someone's fitness, what small, actionable steps can you take towards your own health goals? If you envy their creative output, what daily practice can you commit to? Envy, when transmuted, becomes a powerful motivator. It highlights a gap between your current reality and your desired future, and then, crucially, it provides the energy to bridge that gap. 3. Is this a realistic aspiration or an ego-driven fantasy? It's important to be honest with yourself. While inspiration is boundless, our individual paths are unique. Envy can sometimes point to unrealistic expectations fueled by comparison. Discern between what is genuinely attainable and what is a fleeting desire born from external validation. This process of self-inquiry leads directly to actionable steps, transforming envy into an evolutionary catalyst. Inspiration, not comparison. Instead of allowing others' success to make you feel inadequate, use it as proof of possibility. If someone else has achieved something you admire, it demonstrates that it can be done. Their success becomes a beacon, not a barrier. It expands your own sense of what's achievable. This shift in perspective is profound. You move from, "I can't do that because they did," to, "If they can do that, what might be possible for me?" Learning and mentorship. Rather than resenting those you admire, seek to learn from them. How did they achieve their success? What challenges did they overcome? What strategies did they employ? This could involve reading their books, following their work, or even, if appropriate, reaching out for advice or mentorship. Transform your envy into a desire for knowledge and growth. Their journey becomes a valuable lesson for your own. Goal setting and action. Translate the insights gained from your self-inquiry into concrete, personal goals. Break down large aspirations into smaller, manageable steps. If you envy someone's financial freedom, perhaps your goal becomes learning about personal finance or starting a side project. If you envy their artistic skill, your goal might be to dedicate an hour a day to practice. The energy that was once consumed by bitter resentment is now channeled into productive, self-empowering action. Self-compassion and patience. This journey of transmutation is not about instant fixes. It requires immense self-compassion. Acknowledge your own unique journey, your own pace, and your own inherent worth. Avoid harsh self-criticism when envy inevitably arises. Instead, treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a dear friend. Understand that growth is a process, not a destination. There will be setbacks, moments of doubt, and renewed pangs of envy. The practice is to gently return to self-inquiry and compassionate action each time. The evolutionary aspect of this transmutation lies in its capacity to help us grow and evolve as individuals. By consciously engaging with envy in this way, we are not just managing an unpleasant emotion. We are actively using it to understand ourselves better, to clarify our values, to define our aspirations, and to propel ourselves forward on our own unique path. We are turning a potentially destructive force into a constructive one, aligning our actions with our highest potential. This process liberates us from the shackles of comparison, and allows us to focus our energy on building the life we truly desire. Inspired by the successes of others, rather than diminished by them. It's a powerful testament to the mind's capacity for transformation, turning lead into gold and envy into a catalyst for our own profound evolution. Finally, we arrive at the crucial question: how do we sustain lasting peace in a competitive world? It's one thing to understand these concepts in theory, and another entirely to integrate them into the relentless pace and pressures of modern life. The world around us will continue to present challenges, comparisons, and opportunities for subtle resentment to arise. Sustaining peace isn't about eliminating these external factors, but about cultivating an unshakable inner foundation that allows us to navigate them with grace and wisdom. This requires a continuous, integrated practice of all the principles we've discussed, woven into the fabric of our daily existence. At the heart of sustaining peace is mindfulness. It is the bedrock upon which all other practices rest. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. In the context of subtle resentment, this means cultivating a constant awareness of our internal states. It's about catching those nascent feelings of envy or comparison as they arise, before they have a chance to take root and fester. When you hear about someone's success, pause. Notice the immediate physical sensations, the fleeting thoughts, the subtle emotional shifts. Don't immediately react or suppress. Simply observe. This moment of mindful awareness creates a crucial space between stimulus and response. In that space, we gain the freedom to choose our reaction. Rather than being swept away by habitual patterns, we can then consciously apply the tools of self-inquiry, mudita, or compassionate understanding. This isn't a one-time effort. It's a continuous, moment-by-moment practice of bringing gentle attention to our inner world. Alongside mindfulness, compassion, karuna, plays an indispensable role. Extend compassion not only to others, but, crucially, to yourself. Recognize that everyone, including you, is striving, facing challenges, experiencing moments of doubt and insecurity. The person whose success you might envy is also a human being with their own struggles, fears, and imperfections. When we cultivate compassion, we soften the harsh edges of judgment and comparison. We understand that suffering is universal, and that our shared humanity connects us far more deeply than any superficial differences in achievement. When subtle resentment arises, instead of self-criticism, offer yourself compassion. Acknowledge that it's a difficult emotion and gently guide yourself back to a place of kindness and understanding. This self-compassion is not self-indulgence. It's a necessary foundation for genuine growth and lasting peace. Equanimity, upekkha, is another vital Brahma Vihara that helps us sustain peace in a competitive world. Equanimity is the ability to maintain balance and inner stability amidst life's inevitable ups and downs, successes and failures, both our own and those of others. It's about not getting carried away by either extreme, not becoming overly elated by our own triumphs, nor overly dejected by our setbacks or the successes of others. It's a profound sense of inner spaciousness that allows us to witness the ever-changing flow of life without being tossed about by its currents. When we cultivate equanimity, we recognize that all phenomena are impermanent. Successes come and go. Challenges arise and pass. By holding a balanced perspective, we can appreciate others' good fortune without feeling diminished, and we can navigate our own journey with a steady heart, free from the emotional roller coaster of constant comparison. The understanding of interconnectedness, which we touched upon with the illusion of the zero-sum game, needs to be continually deepened. Remind yourself daily that your well-being is intrinsically intertwined with the well-being of others. When others thrive, it creates a more vibrant, resourceful, and inspiring world for everyone. When we genuinely support and celebrate others, we contribute to a collective field of positive energy that ultimately benefits us all. This isn't just a philosophical concept. It's a lived experience that transforms our interactions and our sense of belonging. To truly sustain peace, we must also redefine success. In a competitive world, success is often narrowly defined by external metrics: wealth, status, power, recognition. These external markers are fleeting and often lead to an endless pursuit that never truly satisfies. Buddhist wisdom invites us to redefine success in terms of inner peace, personal growth, genuine connection, and our capacity for compassion and contribution. When our definition of success shifts from external validation to internal flourishing, the sting of comparison diminishes significantly. We realize that our true worth is not dependent on outperforming others, but on cultivating our own inherent goodness and living in alignment with our deepest values. The importance of community, or sangha, cannot be overstated. Surround yourself with individuals who share these values, who uplift and inspire you, and who genuinely celebrate your successes without reservation. A supportive community provides a mirror for your own growth, a safe space to share your struggles, and a collective energy that reinforces positive practices. If your current environment is overly competitive or fosters unhealthy comparison, actively seek out communities, online or offline, that align with your aspiration for peace and compassionate living. Finally, remember that this is an ongoing practice, a lifelong journey, not a destination. There will be days when subtle resentment creeps back in, when the competitive urges feel strong, or when your mindfulness falters. This is perfectly normal. The path to lasting peace is not about achieving perfection, but about cultivating patience, persistence, and unwavering self-kindness. Each time you gently bring your awareness back, each time you choose mudita over envy, each time you offer yourself compassion, you are strengthening the muscles of peace within you. It's a continuous process of learning, growing, and refining your relationship with yourself and the world. The ultimate goal is not to eliminate all negative emotions, which is an impossible and undesirable task, but to transform our relationship with them. It's about learning to observe them without judgment, to understand their signals, and to transmute their energy into forces for growth, connection, and genuine, lasting inner peace. By integrating mindfulness, compassion, equanimity, interconnectedness, and a redefined sense of success into your daily life, you can cultivate an inner sanctuary of peace that remains unshaken, even amidst the most competitive and challenging external circumstances. This is the profound gift of the Buddhist path, the power to transform our inner world, and in doing so, to transform our experience of the entire world around us. Thank you for joining me on this deep exploration. If this journey resonated with you, please consider subscribing to the channel for more insights into cultivating a life of peace and purpose. Share this video with anyone you believe might benefit from these teachings. May you be filled with joy. May you be free from suffering. And may your heart be open to the boundless possibilities of sympathetic joy. May you find lasting peace and inspiration in every moment.